Hello and greetings, everyone. My name is Brenda Williams, and I am the host and founder of Culture Shifters Unite and the podcast Soul of a Lead Her for She Who Lives and Works from the Soul and the Brenda Williams Show. And I am so excited today because I am joined here by the illustrious Project Launch team, and they are from uh, Black Family Development, and they are helping us to center mental health, particularly within our families and in early childhood. And this amazing team is led by Denise Smith, Jennifer Jones, and Taylor Johnson. And what they have coming for you all this weekend and also on June 14th is a day of family fun, awareness, and togetherness. And as we know, we are faced right now with an epidemic of loneliness. And we also understand and know that, in particular, in the Black community, mental health, food disparagement, education disparagements exist higher than any other group. And so this team has sought fit to not only come together but also to produce a low recession chic price of free event this weekend, as well as June 14th, along with some other organizations. So I am going to turn it over to the team to explain to you all what to expect, the intention behind this event, and some of the amazing events and features for this gathering. So I'm going to start with Denise Smith. Yes, if you could let us know your role and what you're most excited about this event coming on Saturday.
Certainly. Thank you. And thank you for having us and giving an opportunity to speak more publicly to the community about the event. We are excited as well to be able to offer a way for folks to come and have a relaxing opportunity to learn more, to experience even some ways to take better care of themselves alongside their children. So Black Family Development has been in the community for almost 50 years, providing mental health and well-being services to our community. With Project Launch, which is now in its second year, we have enhanced the early childhood delivery of this spectrum of supports to the community by ensuring that children birth to age 8 and their adults. So I say that specifically because it's not just the family unit, it's also their early childhood providers. Are being supported in making sure that they are providing the most positive experiences to children who may be exhibiting behaviors. And with COVID, they exacerbated, right? Because children were isolated or by themselves and didn't have the social interactions that they normally would have. And so Project Launch is an opportunity for us to go alongside those adults and equip them with tools that they need to be the positive influencers and first teachers in their children's lives. And so we're really honored to be able to do that with a multidisciplinary team that can insert themselves as needed in the right and most appropriate ways. And so this event is just to highlight those offerings, but also the ones that Black Family Development has in whole for adults and community. We are now centers for family development just to really identify and explain the expansion of our services in the community. We now have a community-based mental health clinic that will be around the community. So those centers really will be those different places where folks can come and receive the full bandwidth of services that we provide. So I am joined here today with team members who have been really critical in helping to put together the community events where, we're going to have entertainment, live poets, and we'll have basketball and other yoga and other ways to really promote the physical well-being, which is very much adjacent to and influences our mental well-being. And so we want to be able to provide those opportunities on both sides of the city, just to bring folks in and have them learn and get access to the things that they may need. So Taylor, Jennifer, either one of you want to add to?
Well, I had a question for Jennifer because I think you touched on something earlier about parents and witnessing maybe behaviors. And as we know, things can be passed down in utero. We've seen studies around epigenetics and what can be passed down. But when we look at the hope, though, what can be undone? So I really have a question for Jennifer in terms of your role as a parent engagement specialist. What are some of the things that you're most excited about that'll be takeaways for our parents?
I'm most excited about the parents and families coming to get the support and the resources that they need. Because part of my role, well, my biggest role, is to work closely with the families to identify the barriers that they have and the things that they need to support their child better, right? Because when it comes to the support of the child, it's very imperative that the parent or the caretaker is doing well, both physically and mentally. And we know when they're doing better and they have the resources that they need, they'll be able to support the child and be in a better position to get the child what they need, make a better environment for them, be able to respond to them in the way that needs to be responded to. So this weekend, I'm looking forward to them getting information about ways to, like I said, take care of their mental health better. Looking forward, especially to the yoga,
Mhm,
having access and um, exposure to different things that they may not have had
mhm,
exposure to before and learning about them. Ways to understand that it's easy to incorporate it into their lives, that it is available to them in the community.
mhm,
So they can make it a part of their everyday life as they're taking care of themselves and being an example to their child as they grow and become more functional and adaptable adults.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to see. And then the poetry, another way. That's one of my favorite ways to cope with things that are going on right here. Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing you
I'm a
too.
little biased. I mean, I
Yes,
just, just a smidge. So
Just a
smidge,
smidge.
just a smidge.
Uh, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that because learning that poetry can be done by anybody. Writing, journaling is a good way to express yourself, to filter through your emotions, um, and to help lighten the load or remove the overwhelm. There's going to be that as well as other opportunities for you as parents to learn and again model for their children as they're growing. So it's a lot that parents have and children have to look forward to this weekend, and it will be so wonderful if everybody could come and take advantage of that.
I love that so much, and you hit it really right on the accessibility of art and what it does. And definitely, yes, the spoken word has a way of connecting and being a through line for our communities. It kind of traverses age, race,
Mhm.
ability, orientation. It just kind of pierces all of that and just really brings us together. And so this brings me to my next question, and this is for you, Taylor. You're the project launch coordinator. So, when you think about just even the word project launch just gets you excited. It's like you feel like you're getting ready to skyrocket, you know, somewhere and be transformed. In your capacity, when you think about this event, especially with our littles, what are your some of your hopes and aspirations for our little ones in terms of their own abilities to maybe self-regulate and be able to better articulate how they feel?
Yeah, I definitely hope that since we focus on children 0 through 8, it's because Michigan's third graders have not been testing that well. So I hope that the littles, they're able to go to school more prepared, which is the purpose of Project Launch. But I definitely hope that more children are like we do testing to make sure that children, if they show any signs of autism, we have people that we can refer them out to. So I just hope that more children, their needs are being met. We have so many parents who know that something needs to be looked after with their child. They're not able to do that themselves. And a lot of times they do the necessary things to get those needs met, and they're not always getting a response. So we really hope that we get
Mhm.
these children the resources that they need. And of course, the parents, because a parent may want what's best for their child, but unfortunately, they don't have a job, they don't have transportation. So by us meeting the needs of the parents and the children, and of course, their educators, we work with the early child care centers And sometimes the teachers may not have training on how to best support our children with autism. So we definitely hope that we're able to meet everybody's needs so that these children will grow up and they won't, they'll be able to supersede all of these expectations that people may have, because we focus on 4 zip codes in Detroit for a reason, because they need the most help. So we hope that in the future that they will be able to exceed everybody else's expectations. They will test well. They will be able to read and write and all the great things. They'll be able to also regulate what they need. Some children that are nonverbal, the first time that they speak, it's always an exciting time. We hope that the children will be able to speak on what they want, because the way that their teacher might be teaching them is not best for their needs. I know everybody is a different type of learner. So I really hope that with our program, and of course, all of the other resources that are out there, that children will just be able to accomplish their dreams with easier routes, because sometimes you are a product of your environment, but we hope that you'll be able to still go out there and succeed despite what you may come from, your background, or sometimes the diagnosis that you get. Maybe that doesn't have to stop you from still going out and getting your education. So I definitely hope that with the events that we do for the community and what we offer parents, because we also do parent sessions that kind of serve as like parenting classes, but also just ways for parents to bond, because they share the mutual connection of being a parent, share the mutual connection of being a single parent. Like yesterday, we just had a dad group, and the dads really expressed how they would love to just talk about the problems that they have together with other men. So yeah, that's just the goal, that the children will, like Whitney Houston, I believe the children are the future. Like just actually the children of Detroit specifically will be the future. So yeah.
Oh, this is really exciting. I know, right? I mean, this is so exciting to hear about the accessibility, because, I mean, we know that in many cases, many of the modalities and the therapies that you all are providing can be very expensive. And I really am excited about this idea of TheraPlay, which I think helps to dispel the stigma. So, Denise, I want to definitely pop this over to you. What are some of the common myths that you hear about therapy or mental health or wellness that you'd like to dispel for our audience?
Certainly. And when at the outset, you really hit on, I think, the main point in this community, that it has been stigmatized. Being able to seek the type of mental health supports that you need to be well is not something that, as a Black culture, we've been prone to do. And it is clearly, given all the social pressures and everything else that happens in our life. And there's been studies around ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, and there are at least, shared by all of us, at least 3. That's a high number, to have at least 3. And so when we think about everything else that's happening in our climate, even today, we just add on another experience, another adverse environmental experience that impacts how we are and how we be, right? So our well-being is tremendously important in how we can work in our environments, how we can take care of our children, and how we actually are with ourselves. So I definitely am hoping that through more exposure, the work that we're doing, our dedicated team, and just everybody who stands with and behind us, we're able to begin to break down some of those walls, and people seek and receive the help that they need to be better. It is my grandest desire that our young children, I've been in early childhood for a long, long time, and I want and believe that despite their zip code or circumstance of birth, that they can be their very best selves. And we want to be able to provide that opportunity for all children, regardless of ability. And so we know that those children, those young children, live in the context of family and in community. So this effort is to make sure that our community is behind them and supporting them with the tools that they need.
I love that. So, good humans watching this, whether you're catching it now or you're catching us on the replay, just a centering recap. We are here with Black Family Development as they have evolved to now Centers for Family Development. They're hosting two events, one this coming Saturday, May 31st, at Developing Kids, correct? That's where number
Mhm.
one, at
Yes.
Developing Kids from 11 to 3 p.m. So 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Developing Kids. You can check again the show notes here to register and get the exact logistics. Again, centering they're play, community building, mental health and awareness, and an array of modalities, including poetry, yoga, and some live performances that'll happen on the 14th, which will be the second date. So, for those of you all on the east side,
Yeah.
they have got that for you too. So on the west side and the east side, on the east side on June 14th at Say Play, you'll be able to experience this for our east side community, and you'll have the wonderful stylings and theatrical performances by Teen Hype. So that is one of my favorite organizations here in the city, and just what they do with art and performance and theater for our students. I mean, it's just so all encompassing and shows you what's possible when you open your mind up and allow yourself to be really who you truly are. So, ladies, I want to thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I know that you have a busy day ahead of you, but for taking some time out. So, as we close, Denise, Jennifer, and Taylor, if there are any final thoughts that you'd like to share with our audience.
Say thank you, Brenda, for making time for us today, too.
Absolutely.
I know you're very busy, so thank you for letting us come on your platform and being able to share this with your audience. And I know you'll send us everything so we can also share it to our audience. So thank you for being able to collaborate with us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And for speaking your words at our event. So we are
Yeah.
looking forward to you and the other poets. So let me hype you up for that. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And Jennifer?
Just again, echoing Taylor, thank you so much for having us. And everybody, please come out and get these resources, these free resources for you. We're here for you.
Absolutely. So love it. And yes, shout out to the rest of my poetry family that is on this event again, because we know how important not only are our words, but what our words can do to again bring our communities together, use it as a tool for healing, and also showing people what's possible. Because I live in the world of pure imagination, and so there is so much possible there. So again, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I want to see you all this Saturday. If not this Saturday, I want to see you on the east side. If you want to do double duty and you want to come to the west side and the east side,
Yes.
the more the merrier. So please talk to your block clubs, your fraternities, your sororities, your church, various ministries within your church, schools. I know teachers. I know y'all tired and you ready to quit. Well, not quit, but rest for the summer.
Great.
But encourage your students and families to come out. School leaders, I know you're tired, but just hang in there. Come out and get a respite, because they definitely have something for you. So please share this, tag your favorite social worker, teacher, everyone who makes it happy, to the paraprofessional, to the janitor. Bring everybody, the barbershop, the beauty salon. We are a community. This is us. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in person on Saturday. And for those of you who are catching it now or in the replay, I look forward to seeing you one of the weekends, May 31st or June 14th. All right, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Bye. Mhm.